Well, this is definitely the second biggest stage in the world of pool after the Mosconi Cup. So it's a real privilege to play for our country, and we're looking forward to it, and we're ready.
It's mean everything for us, you know. My dream is want to become a world champion, so this is the opportunity for us.
I don't think England A being knocked out puts any pressure on us really. We're going to just do our own thing. We have our own reasons for, you know, getting motivated for this, and we're just going to give it our all and do our best.
For them also, they have also pressure when they play with us, because the first England A, they lost already. Now they are the last. Big pressure for them, I think.
We've been practicing quite a bit over the last few days together, so we're working well, we're gelling well, and we're looking forward to it.
Yes, thanks very much indeed. The last match of day 2 coming up. And it's Indonesia trying to spoil the party for England's B team. England A sat in those chairs round about 24 hours ago to the minute, Ted, and were dispatched by India. They've gone home. The only seed so far to be knocked out. Are England B going to suffer a similar fate? This Indonesian team will be underdogs. The big question is there another shock brewing here? Or will England B just steady the ship? And as we saw just with the Philippines, class eventually does prevail.
No, I do not think that it's they're big favorites, England B. They're, I would say, 60-40, like that. So slight favorites being at home.
England win.
I think they really England wants to perform at an extremely high level. That, you know, they're jacked up for this, playing
First
in front of their
race
home
to 7, winner
crowd.
breaks. England
You heard
break.
everybody, you know, come on England as they come out. So Indonesia, these guys are good players. This is they got serious world-class talent here. So it's if they win, it's not going to be that big an upset. It would just be a little bit of disappointment for guys like you, Nick, because I know.
That's not the start that Daryl Peach wanted. The one-time world champion. Look at this, watch this cue ball. Well, it drifted towards that centre pocket anyway, and then look at that. The 6, then the 1. Putting it down. So a scratch off the break, and the worst possible start for England B. Ball in hand, Indonesia. As you say, good partnership this, very experienced. Well known on the Asian circuit. A couple of great nicknames, the Stranger and the Bulldozer. I love some of these names. We had the Conqueror earlier, Mohammed from Kuwait, but he got conquered. Let's see if the Bulldozer can mow down England B here.
This is the start they wanted.
And just make sure they see enough of that red 3 ball, which is hanging invitingly over the side pocket there. That's got to travel. That's got to travel, and it isn't.
Traveled right into that orange 5.
Well, they had this table where they wanted it, and it's got away from them.
Well, he had plenty of room to move that cue ball. Maybe they're just a little bit too loose, Nick. Cannot lose focus. We've seen this time and again in this sport. Can't lose focus for 1 second.
Extension cold.
It can all go awry.
It really is amazing how often we've seen it already just through 2 days of this competition. You think everything is going according to a script, and then one thing can just change everything, one little thing. Now, the deliberate foul,
Ball in hand.
just to try and mess the table up.
Start the clock, please.
So ball in hand for the Maharaja, Imran Majid. Very popular, very capable.
Yeah, Imran's been around a long time.
Extension called.
Oh, he's nailed that one. Beautiful shot. Well, that deliberate foul's backfired on the Indonesians, hasn't it? That didn't work out.
Imran's really paid his dues over the years. He's been around.
Uh-oh, just enough. Peach has paid his dues as well. Can't believe it. 10 years ago he won the world title in the Philippines.
Exactly 10 years ago, and the most improbable win.
In a real cauldron in Manila as well. What a journey that was. Anybody who ever questioned Daryl Peach's mental toughness, go and check out YouTube for some of the highlights there. That incredible match, that quarterfinal against Francisco Bustamante. I don't think anybody will ever forget that. Well, they're on the board, despite the scratch early. They've recovered well. The Indonesian deliberate foul did not work out the way they wanted it to. And they're behind early. Long way to go.
Yeah, and Imran missed out on a lot of these events to some of the other players. Yeah, so much great talent in England, Great Britain, and in the last 2 years, his game has really improved, and he's just stuck with it. And this is the reward right here, a spot in the World Cup of Pool. Daryl Peach, in 2015, our last World Cup of Pool, reaching the final with his partner Mark Gray, and they barely lost to eventual champions Chinese Taipei. A great final.
Rack 2, England to break, leading 1-0.
So here's Imran Majid. He's got himself the brown 7 in the side pocket, but the cue ball has headed north.
Well, that should work out. One in the side. We'll bring natural position for the blue 2.
Just like that. Well, this is a very inviting looking table here, isn't it?
Certainly is. And this would be a dream start for England. Should we just take off the B?
I was actually going to ask you about that. Is there any kind of a perception? Because England, obviously, as the host nation, they will get 2 teams. Is there any perception of an A is the first team and the